Have you ever felt stuck, knowing exactly who you want to be, but somehow nothing changes? Every woman eventually reaches a breaking point where more knowledge, more insights, and more self-reflection just aren't enough. The truth is, understanding yourself isn't the real breakthrough. Transformation only happens when you dare to act, when you embody what you know and step boldly into your new self. Here's the game-changing reality most women miss. You won't become the woman you are meant to be just by reading, listening, or collecting wisdom. Growth demands more. It calls for action, courage, and a willingness to walk into unfamiliar territory. This is episode 5, and I'm glad that you are here with me to take the next step. Today, we are going to explore the deepest part of identity work, the place where you stop thinking about change and actually start doing it. This means turning your insights into real actions and letting yourself grow through experience. Bringing who you truly are into your daily life and letting that shape the woman you are becoming. A quick question for you. Why doesn't most identity work stick? Most of the time, people try to work on their identity or change who they are. It doesn't really work for a simple reason. People try to change themselves just by thinking about it, talking about it, or repeating positive phrases. They hope that saying, "I am confident" or "I am strong" will magically turn them into that person. Here's what many try to do. They say out loud who they want to be, hoping it will happen. They repeat affirmations, telling themselves over and over what kind of person they want to become. Then they try to change by thinking positive thoughts. They picture themselves as a new person in their mind. But just saying these things or imagining them isn't enough to really change. Identity doesn't grow from words alone. I've seen women go to all sorts of workshops, read lots of self-help books, take courses, and collect tons of advice and ideas for years. The problem isn't that they aren't trying hard enough or don't have enough willpower. It's that learning and understanding by itself doesn't make the change real. If you just collect information without actually living it, all you're doing is entertaining your mind, not transforming your life. After buying the Power Woman book, please listen to my podcast and also act. To truly become the person you want to be, you have to do more than talk, think, or imagine. You have to act. Step outside your comfort zone, make new choices, and practice being that person every day. Real identity change happens when you walk the walk, not just talk the talk. Identity isn't something that changes overnight or in a single moment. It's something you build over time, step by step. Your mind gets used to whoever you decide to be again and again. The more you act like a certain kind of person, the more your brain sees that as normal for you. Here's how you build the identity you want in real life. 1. Repetition. When you keep doing something, it becomes part of who you are. 2. Making sure your actions match your words. If you say you want to be confident, you need to act confidently. Your choices and behaviors should reflect the kind of person you want to be. 3. Choosing every day. Every single decision you make either builds up your identity or pulls it apart. The choices you make, big or small, show who you really are. 4. Emotional clarity. It's important to know how you feel and why you feel that way. When you're clear about your emotions, you can respond in ways that fit your true self. 5. Being in the right environment. The people and places around you can help you grow or hold you back. If your surroundings are positive and supportive, it's easier to become the person you want to be. 6. Courage. Changing who you are isn't easy. It's tough work and it can feel uncomfortable and scary. But you need courage to step into new situations and keep growing. 7. Sticking with it. You don't need to be perfect. What matters is practicing these steps every day. That's how you grow your identity and become stronger. Think of identity as a muscle. You don't build it by thinking about it. You build it by using it. Identity is not built in big moments. It's built in small, quiet choices you make every day. There's always a gap between the person you are now and the person you want to become. I call it the embodiment gap. This gap is where most women get stuck. They know who they want to be, they feel who they are meant to be, they sense the woman rising within them. But their habits, boundaries, decisions, relationships, environments, emotional patterns still reflect the woman they used to be. These things often show the old version of you, not the person you want to become. If you keep doing what you've always done, you stay stuck as your past self. For example, I once knew a woman who pictured herself as confident and strong. She was clear about what she wanted her life to look like. But whenever she had to make a tough choice, she slipped back into old habits and acted like the person she used to be. She didn't do this because she was confused about what she wanted. No, she simply found it hard to embody who she was becoming. So identity isn't just about goals or dreams. It's about how you act every day, even in small moments. Becoming your best self means changing the way you do things, set boundaries, make decisions, and handle your feelings one step at a time. Your identity isn't just who you want to be, it's who you consistently choose to be. To bridge the embodiment gap, you need intentional practices, not routines, not habits, not tasks. These practices anchor identity. Here are 4 core intentional practices of identity embodiment that you need. 1. Morning identity statement. A grounding declaration that aligns your day with your becoming. For example, today I live as the woman I'm becoming. Not who you were, not who you are expected to be. Who you are becoming, and you don't just say it, you act it. 2. Align decision filter. Before every decision, ask, what would the higher version of myself choose? This single question rewires identity faster than any affirmation because it gets you to the point of action. 3. Weekly identity review. Every week, reflect. What felt aligned? What didn't? What needs to shift? This keeps your identity current, not outdated. The 4th one is becoming based boundaries. Becoming based boundaries. Only say yes to what matches your becoming. If it shrinks you, drains you, or pulls you backward, it is not aligned with your identity. Women who practice these rituals consistently experience identity shifts that feel natural, not forced. Their lives begin to reflect their becoming. Rituals create identity gravity. They pull you toward the woman you are becoming and away from the woman you've outgrown. Being your true self is not a fantasy. She is not a dream. She's not the future version of you. She is the truest version of you. The one beneath the conditioning, the expectations, the pressure. She is not waiting for you to become her. She is waiting for you to return to her. Every aligned action pulls her closer. Every misaligned choice pushes her away. Identity grows through practice, and identity stabilizes through embodiment. Identity becomes visible through alignment. Think of your true self like a frequency. When you align with your actions, your decisions, your boundaries, and your environment, you tune your life to her frequency, and suddenly everything begins to match. I want you to know that this whole series has been a simple invitation for you, not to change who you are, but to return to who you were always meant to be. What matters most is discovering who you truly are. Your real identity comes first. When you start with knowing and accepting your true self, everything else in life feels more possible. Identity first, mindset second, leadership third, embodiment always. That's what the Power Woman movement is all about. It's built on the idea that being yourself is the strongest foundation that you can have. When you trust yourself and let your true self lead the way, you will find real strength, confidence, and direction in life. And honestly, this is the start of your journey. There's so much more ahead for you to explore and become. Today marks the final episode of this series, but your story doesn't end here. To celebrate, I've put together a special bonus episode just for you. I really hope you will check it out. You won't want to miss it. If you already haven't, please subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you always know when something new comes out. Thank you for being here, and I can't wait to see you next week for the bonus episode.